let's make sure that we're cutting through the noise, getting to what's real. And let's remember that real estate is not national as much as they like to report that it is. It is local. The markets you should be investing in right now are the safe, boring, slow ones, not the crazy, psychotic ones that make tons and tons of money in a short amount of time through appreciation. There will be a day for that. It is not today, and it hasn't been that for several years. I mean, our investors, I think we said this earlier, but our investors haven't been buying in Boise for years.
Yeah,
years.
long time.
Because
Selling.
the numbers haven't worked.
Yeah,
They don't work there. And so since they don't work, we moved on. But we'll be back. I mean, if Boise falls apart, if it actually does slash at some point here,
yeah,
we'll be back.
you betcha.
We'll be back. We'll do it all over again. And then what happens, guys, the way that this cycle works is that we move into those crazy markets when they fall apart to the point where the numbers make sense. And then we go buy up everything we can buy up in there. And then we just wait because it's going to go crazy again. And then when it goes crazy again, the prices go way up, you sell and you move into the Midwest, into the Mid-South, into the Southeast where it's boring and it doesn't do that. Because there's safety there. Yeah. That's what you do. It's super easy. This doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be scary. No one needs to be concerned about interest rates. And look, if you've got a property that you want to buy and it's out a little ways, just buy a rate lock extension. They're not that expensive. And you can get rate lock extensions up to a year. So let's not freak out and lose our sanity over something that's really pretty normal.
Yeah, agreed. That was a great synopsis. I think it's about not being informed and not being just living in fear, like we've been talking about for like a month.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, there's so much of it out there. Everybody's scared to death. I am pretty excited. I mean, if things completely fall apart, great.
Yep.
If things kind of marginally fall apart, great. If prices continue to go up, fantastic. Don't care. I don't care. I don't care because I'm going to make money in any one of those conditions. It doesn't make it even. I mean, if it all falls apart, that just means we're all going to make more money. Fantastic. But if it doesn't,
but explain why, right? So I think I get what you're saying and it's so great. But I think if we break it down for a second, because if it all falls apart, there's great deals, right? Is that what you're meaning? That we can have?
Yeah. So let's say Boise loses 50% like it did last time again. Maybe it was only 40%, but it went down dramatically, right? Yep. And then we went back in there. That's why we got those fourplexes for $265,000, I think is what we sold them for.
It is. Good job. That's impressive.
I mean, we're not going to go in and buy them at $850. Numbers don't work. But if everything falls apart, we can go in there and get these fantastic deals in these locations that do run up really, really fast.
Yep.
Well, then we're all going to make more money, right? Unless you're the guy that bought at $850 and then you're going to lose your butt, right?
Yes.
And I feel bad that you did, but somebody should have told you, or you should have asked some questions. You know, I mean, you made a really, really horrible investment. And I feel bad that you did, but I don't feel bad enough that you did to not come back and buy it from the bank at $260. I don't feel that bad. So I understand that people are going to lose their houses if that happens. And I'm not hoping it happens. I'm just saying if it does, I am going to go buy assets, which is what everyone else should be doing. But what's actually going to happen in actuality, what happened last time is everybody got scared to death. And I couldn't talk people into buying houses for $40,000 that were brand new, never been lived in Florida. So we went down to the auction. We were buying houses on the courthouse steps that no one had ever lived in, ready to roll out the door. And we were buying them for $30,000 to $70,000, and I couldn't get a soul one to buy them
because they were afraid. Yep.
Yeah, because Florida is a horrible market. It fell apart. It's the worst thing ever. Well, all that's true, but that's why you buy them then, not when they're $350,000, which is what they were before.
Yep.
So there, you have to be completely counterintuitive on investing. If everything falls apart, that is the time to buy.
Mm-hmm.
The difference is, if nothing falls apart, it's still the time to buy.
Yes.
And if things still go up, it's still the time to buy. You're just going to make varying degrees of return. And what Heather and I just went over is an okay return.
Yep.
It's still fantastic. It's 16%. That's not bad. And that's without appreciation. Okay. What I'm saying is, if things completely fall apart and we can go get those fourplexes for 260 again, the returns are going to be out of control good.
Yeah. Yep.
Like once in a lifetime kind of good.
Mm-hmm.
If that happens, we'll let you know. We'll all go buy together. It'll be fantastic.
Yes.
It'll be a fun party.
Big party. Yeah. I think I loved that, Ron, because I think it's super helpful when people aren't in the space to understand that you can make money in any of those markets. If it changes slightly, you're still going to do great. And if it goes up, I mean, I just ran numbers for a client who bought in Florida, Ron. I'm trying to think how many years ago. I want to say probably 4 or so years ago, and has literally doubled her money because Florida surprised all of us with the pandemic, and tons of people moved to Florida. So no longer is it just a tourism state that we had really looked at, not just, but mostly, right? The real estate.
I mean, people are sick of communist states. They're going to move and go somewhere where they actually, don't have to live that way. I just want everybody to understand that making money has to happen all the time.